It's Easter Sunday in a Christian Maronite church in Mount Lebanon. The Lebanese general elections are just 7 weeks away. And the star worshipper here at the Marabda Church is the former president and head of the Phalange Party, Amin Jamael. Lebanon's Maronites make up the largest Christian community in the country. And for generations, this influence has extended to the political arena. For here, religion, politics, and family are inextricably linked, especially among the Maronites. In a country so close to the Holy Land, it is the only one in the region to be ruled by a Christian president and to have a large Christian population. And they continue to vigorously defend this privileged position. The Christians have influenced and shaped the culture and history of Lebanon, and their fears of marginalization were a key factor in the events that led to a civil war which lasted for 15 years. Amin Jamael's life reflects the turbulent modern history of Lebanon. Father to a murdered son, brother to a murdered president, son to a pillar of Lebanese public life. After years of exclusion and exile, Amin is back in the thick of Lebanese politics, carrying on what he knows best, the family business.
هذا البيت شيد سنة 1545.
The first part of this house was built in 1545. You can see that from the color of the stones. New sections were added during different periods of time. A person can distinguish between the eras that the house was built in according to the color of the stones and the architectural designs. At the end, you have heritage that you try to keep. It's a national, human, and moral, ideological heritage. This is what we try to keep in the family.
إرث عقائدي.
Between Pierre the grandfather and Pierre his grandson is the story of one of Lebanon's oldest traditions, the political dynasty. The hereditary system is part of the DNA of Lebanese politics. Pierre the grandfather was the godfather of the Jamael dynasty, a controversial politician who survived several assassination attempts. But some of his descendants were less fortunate. His son Bashir was assassinated in 1982. And his grandson Pierre in 2006. Several other family members have also been murdered. Yet despite paying such a heavy price, the Gemayel family continues to pursue the family business founded more than 70 years ago. The Phalange Party was formed in 1936 as a Maronite paramilitary youth movement. Its founder, Pierre Gemayel, modelled it on the National Socialist organisations that he'd observed while in Berlin as an Olympic athlete. The term phalange is derived from the Greek for battalion. Its guiding principles: order, faith, and the centralised power of the leader.
كانت كلها لبنان كان بوسط
Lebanon was in the middle of this great conflict of trends and ideologies, just like the whole world was in the 40s and 50s. So the Phalange Party was launched in the middle of these clashes. The founding team wanted Lebanon to be away from those conflicts, and so it coined the slogan, Lebanon First. And it called for the establishment of a tolerant Lebanese nationalism that is at peace with its surroundings.
وطرح القومية اللبنانية المنفتحة.
Consistent with its authoritarian beginnings, Phalangist ideology has been on the right of the political spectrum. Although it has embraced the need to modernise in recent times, it's always favoured the preservation of the sectarian status quo, and it emphasises a free economy and private initiative. Party policies have been uniformly anti-communist and anti-Palestinian and have allowed no place for pan-Arab ideals. Joseph Abu Khalil was a close companion of Phalange's founder, Pierre Gemayel. Now 83, he's been an active Phalangist since he was 16. For 40 years, he's been editing its newspaper. For him, country and party are one and the same.
تأسيس الكيان اللبناني الدولة اللبنانية.
Lebanon was established back in the 1920s as a Christian project, stemming out from a Christian political ideology.
فنشأت الكتائب على هذه الفكرة.
The Phalange Party was based on that. It is a defending force for this idea
كتنظيم مدافع عن الفكرة وسند
and a support to the legitimate state that embodies such an idea.
التي تجسد هذه الفكرة.
مما لا شك أنا دخلت على الكتائب.
There is no doubt that my first instinct was sectarian.
ولكن بالممارسة اكتشفت.
I entered the Phalange Party because I was afraid for my sect, for the Christians.
Lebanon, I think, is composed of three major minorities. Lebanon has no majority in terms of sects. Approximately 30% of the Lebanese are Shiites, 30% are Sunnis. These are approximate figures. And another 30% are between Maronites and Greek Orthodox. Now the rest are Druze and Catholics and so on, you know, but these are the major sects.
This split in religious affiliation is also reflected in the political system, whereby the president has to be a Maronite Christian